Yeah. Topic, double implication. Look at the symbol. We are treating double implication. Look at the symbol and its characteristics. Double implication, this symbol and its characteristics. Look at it. This means K double implication. Characteristics of double implication. Well, look at these characteristics. Look at what the features, how he judged his own case. When we say characteristics of double implication, means how the judge judged the two arguments. How this man judged these two arguments. Look at the argument. Look at an argument. Argument of K and argument of L. How does this man judge these two arguments? This is what we are trying to look at. What we call characteristics of what? Double implication. You get me right? Then looking at this, we say number one. It acts like AND gates. What does it mean? He does his own thing by multiplication. AND gate is called what? Multiplication. We said it acts like AND gate. That means it functions like AND gate. That means he does his own judgment by multiplying. Then now, two, it changes false argument to what? Be true. That means it changes what? False. When two of you have said false, it will change the argument to the what? True. When this K have said false on his own argument and L have said false on its own argument, it will change the two arguments, which is false, to be what? True. I'm going back to what I said again. Number one, it acts like AND gate. What does AND gate mean? Multiplication. That means this man do his own action by what? Multiplying the two arguments. Then the only thing that changes him from what? AND gate. The only thing that differentiates him from AND gate is that he changes false to the word true. Apart from that, it functions like what? AND gates. This man functions like what? AND gate. The only thing that differentiates him from AND gate is that he changes false to the word true. Well, look at example. Example, truth table of K double imply what? L. We come to this and say, look at the table. The table of what? K. Look at the argument of K. True, false. Then look at the argument of L. True, false. Then now the input. This is what we call what? Input. This is what we call input. Then now we have to use this input to what? Judge. Then that means K double imply what? L. Then what do we say? We say that he acts like what? AND gates. That means he multiply. The only thing that differentiates him from AND gate that he changes false to the word true. But look at it. T times T will give me T. That T means 1 times 1 will give me what? T. Then true, false will give me false. False, true will give me false. I think you know what I mean. That means 1 times 0 will give me what? 0. This means 1 times 1 will give me 1. 1 times 0 will give me what? 0. And 0 times 1 will give me what? 0. And the false, it changes it to the what? True. But look at it here. I say walking. What did I do here? Walking, I got true means what? 1. True means what? 1. False means 0. False means 0. True means 1. False means 0. True means 1. False means 0. Then look at the walking. I told you it's a what? Multiplication. What it means what? It turns the two things together and it changes what? False to the what? True. Well, look at it. 1 times 1 will give me 1. That means true. Look at it. It's true. Then we said what? 1 times 0 will give me what? 0. That means it's false. Look at it. That means 1 times 0, which is what? False. Then looking at it here. 0 times 1 will give me 0. Well, look at it. 0 times 1 will give me what? False. Look at it. 0 times 0. It said no. It's 1. It's going to the word 1. That's what we said. True. False. It changes to the word true. Then I come back to this again. I say this man act like what? AND gate. He multiplied the two arguments and give the result. But what differentiates him from AND gate is what? He changes false to the word true. Look at it. True will give me true. True, false will give me false. False, true will give me false. False will give me true. That's how this man judged his own case. Let's go to a full example of it. Yeah. The same topic we are treating. Topic, double implication. Look at the symbol and its characteristics. Let us look at the second example. They said example, truth table of K double imply L single imply into K L double imply M. K double imply L single imply into L double imply M. That's the equation given to us. How am I going to do this? I'm going to do it as a calculator will do that. I'll first of all do this. After I will do this, the final result will be what? Jammed by this man. I will first of all judge these two persons, have a single result. Judge these two persons, have a single result. Then the single result I produce here and single result I produce here will be judged by this man and give me the final result. I think you are following. I said I will judge this man first, have a single result. These two arguments, I will judge it using double implication and I have a single result. I will judge this man using double implication, I will have a single result. This man, what I'm going to have here, will be judged by this man. Well, let us look at this. You remember I told you we are going to see how we produce this table. We are not interested in how the table is produced at this right now, but what we are interested in is characteristics of these 6 policemen I mentioned that we are looking at. This man is the fourth person, which we'll call a double implication. We are looking at his characteristics right now. Let us see how he judged a case. Then we'll look at this. I'm looking at this. You remember that this man, double implication, are judging K argument as L argument. I will hold 2 of them like this. Look at it as I hold my hand. And what is characteristics of this man? The characteristics of double implication, he said, he act like angle. That means he's multiplying the argument. He's multiplying the argument. And the only thing that differentiates him from angle is that he changes first to be what? 2. Apart from that, he's same thing as what? Angle, which is what? Multiplication. But the only thing that differentiates him from what? Multiplication is that he changes first to be what? 2. Well, look at it. T times T will give me T. T times T will give me T. T times F will give me F. What does it mean? 1 times 0 will give me what? 0, which is what? F. T times F will give me F as well. F times T will give me F. F times T will give me F. F times F, he said no. He's not going to write what? F. Rather, he will write what? True. That means he changes what? First to be what? True. Have you seen it now? F times F means he changes first to be what? True. Have you seen how I put true here? I'm repeating it again. I hold my hand here. See what I'm judging now. T times T, T. T times T, T. T times false. T times false. First times T, false. First times T, false. First times false. He said, no, I'm going to change false to what? True. He said true. Then now, first times false. He said, no, I'm going to change it to the what? True. Look at what he differentiating from what? These is only 2 things that differentiate him from angle. Except from that is angle totally. And that's what characteristics is all about. I come to this man. Then this man now, double implication M. I will hold on this person. M and what? L. Now look at them. I will say T times T, T. T times F, F. F times T, T, F. F times F. He said, no, I'm going to change it to the word true. Have you seen how you change it to be true? Then true times true, true. T times F, F. F times T, F. F times F. He said, no, he's going to change it to the word true. Have you seen how you change it to the true? Then that's it. Then I have produced this man as a single word argument. I have also produced this man as a single word argument. Then now, what I have here and what I have here will be judged by this man, which will give me the final result. We'll look at it. What I have here and what I have here will be judged with this man to give me the final result. We'll watch them. Look at it. Then I begin to look at characteristics of this man. You remember, the characteristics of this man. We say that what? The one arrow pointing at, the variable which the arrow is pointing at, determine the result. But he changes what? First to the what? True. How many did I say now? I said the one arrow pointing at determine the result. Then he changes first to the what? True. The one arrow pointing at determine the result. Whatever that is the one arrow pointing at is will be the result. But when he says false, he changes it to the what? True. Well, look at it. I'm holding an hand now. Look at it. Look at the one arrow pointing at. Look at the one arrow pointing at. The arrow is pointing at this person. I will hold my hand and that one that is pointing arrow is pointing at. I will hold my hand on the one arrow pointing at. Look at that. Hold my hand. Then what is this man here? True. I will write true. What is the value here? False. I will write false. What is the value here? False. What is the value here? False. False. It changes to the word true. What is value here? True. I will write true. What is value here? I will write true. What is value here? False. What is here? False. False changes to be true. What is value here? False. I will write false. What is value here? True. I will write true. Have you said it now? I'm repeating again. What is value here? True. I will write true. What is value here? False. I will write false. Remember, this is the one arrow pointed at. Look at them. Then what is value here? False. What is value here? False. False changes to be true. What is value here? True. I will write true. What is value here? I will write true. What is the value here? False. False. I will change it to the what? True. What is the value here? False. I will write false. What is the value here? True. I will write true. That's my final answer on this. This is a what we call output. Output to result, which will be what? Y. Output to the result is this. And that's the final judgment of this case. Then let us look at example 2. Come over here. Example 2. Example 2 said what? Truth table of what? K and gate L. K and gate L. Double implication into L or M. Or gate or M. L or gate M. This is K and gate L. Double implication L or gate what? M. Well, let us look at it. I produce the what? The output, which we call true, 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 false, 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 false. True, true, false, false, true, true, false, false. True, false, true, false, true, false. This is input. I call it what? Input of the what? The argument. The argument input. Then now start. I will not say, I will do this person first. Look at it. Look at my hand now. I will do this person. You will judge by what? Angate. After judging this by angate, whatever I get, I will also do this man, judge this man, whatever I produce. Because you know, when I judge these two arguments, I will produce one argument. When I judge these two arguments using augate, I will produce one argument. When I judge these two arguments using angate, I will get what? One argument. One argument I will have here and one argument I'm going to have here will be judged by the double implication to have what? A single what? Result. I'm going to look at it. I started with this. K and gate L. Then I hold my hand here at KL, right? Look at KL. I hold my hand at what? KL. Then now, what's the characteristics of angate? Look at angate here. What is the characteristics? He said that the only two will come out from his mouth when two of you have said true. Any other thing is false, false. Only two will come out from his mouth when two of you have said true. Except any otherwise is what? False, false. That means it's a false, false that is coming out from his mouth. He said false, false. But true will only come out from his mouth when two of you have said what? True. That means it's a multiplication. T times T, T. T times T, T. T times F, false. T times F, false. T, false times T, false. False times T, false. False times false is false. False times false is false. Have you seen it now? It will only say true when two of you have said true. Except any other thing is false. That's what you say. That is a multiplication. That angate is what? Multiplication. Multiply T to T will give me T. That's 1 times 1 T. 1 times 1 T. 1 times 0 will give me 0. 1 times 0 will give me 0. 0 times 0. 0 times 1 will give me 0. 0 times 1 will give me 0. 0 times 0 will give me 0. 0 times 0 will give me 0. That's what it's saying here. Then let us look at this now. I have what? I have to do this one, which is what? Augates. What is the characteristics of augate? Augate said that, well, what is the characteristics of gate? He said that it will only say what? False when two of you have said what? False, false. That means it's addition. Augate is what? Addition. It will only say false when two of you have said what? False, false. Except when two of you have what? Said false, false. That's when you will say what? False. Well, look at it. I hold my hand here. I will come to what? Augate. What is it? Just LM. I will hold my hand in what? On MM. I will say true plus true will give me true. True plus false will give me true. False true will give me true. False false, it will only say false. This false false, that's when you will only say false. Any other thing is true. Look at false false, it will say what? False. True true true. True false true. False true true. False false, that's when you will say what? False. Any other thing is what? True. Apart from what? Two of you saying false false, that's when you will say what? False. Have you made myself clear? And I come here, that I have produced one single result. This man have produced one single result. This man have produced one single result. This single result and this single result will be judged by what? Double implication. Look at it. Single result this man produces this. Single result produced by this man is this. And who is judging now? This man. He's judging this to this. Are you following? He's judging this to this. And what is his characteristics? He acts like what? Angate. That means he does what? Multiplication. But he changes what? False false to the word true. That's what this man does. He acts like angate, but he changes what? False false to the word true. But other thing is what? Multiplication. What does it mean? T times T will give me T. T times T will give me T. False times T will give me false. False times false, he said no. He's going to change it to what? True. That means false false. He changes to what? True. Then false times T is false. False times T is false. False times T is false. False false. He changes it to the word true. And And that's the characteristics of this man. He changes false to the what? True. While multiplication is general. That means he act like anger. That is multiplying all. But he changes what? False to the what? True. That's characteristics of this double implication. And while single implication, the one arrow pointing at it determines the result. He changes false to the what? True. That's the characteristics of single what? Implication. Why this man, his characteristics multiply to, but it what? Changes false to the what? True. So let's go to what? The next question.